Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, of course, Mr. Ajay Jadeja, Mr. Zaheer Khan. There they are, of course, there they are. Australia chose to bat. Aaron Finch chose to bat first after winning the toss. Didn't work out well for him personally. Actually, you'd say it's probably not worked out that well for the rest of the team as well, because they have all managed to get in, but nobody has managed to really convert it or to juice it or to optimize it or to take its true advantage. And I think that has been the underlying statement of Australia's batting. Ajay, I think that just they couldn't juice it. And you used this word actually when you were watching it, and I loved that. They were like, if you're set, just juice the bowling.
You have to. I mean, that's the key to a batsman.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at the great Sachin Tendulkar. I mean, there's no better example than that. Sachin Tendulkar's played 700 innings for India.
Yeah.
He's only got 100 hundreds.
Yeah.
So, you're going to fail or you're going to get out or you're not going to get a big score. But it's how many times that you maximize it really makes the difference. Because so once you get in, and that list that we saw, out of those three, the five, they were all in the top five.
Yeah.
So you have enough time. There was never a pressure to, you weren't chasing a total, you weren't setting a target. But this has been the problem with Australia. The last couple of years, the reason why they haven't done well is this is the prime reason why they haven't been able to do well. In the 2020 format, it still works because, the total is 120, 160, 180. So that has somehow become the limit of the Australian side. So when it's a high scoring game, they do feel left out. And for a sheer reason that nobody is getting a big score.
Yeah, so they got 3 half-century stands going, and when you see, they've got 3 decent partnerships going after losing the early wicket. We'll show you the follow wickets, and you can have a look at that. Gifting some of them, and I know it's a really harsh term to use, and sometimes it's harsh on the bowlers to say that the batsmen gifted their wickets, but Usman Khwaja and Marcus Stoinis both at that point in time were not really under immense pressure, so to speak.
I think the first 10 overs there was a good spell from both Shami and
but at the time they got
Bumrah.
out.
So they've seen the hard phase through, and that's the disappointing part here. If wicket had fallen like you've seen with Finch, it was a good ball. I think apart from Finch, you look at Khwaja's dismissal, it's soft.
Stoinis,
Stoinis again, soft dismissal, rang half tracker looking. He could have put it anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's something which got India back in the game. I think once the hard work was done of seeing that early phase, because I think when Australians will be bowling, that first phase is going to be very crucial because there is something for the fast bowlers when they are bowling with the new ball, and you've seen it with variable bounce as well. There's some extra bounce which was visible. So that first phase was a tough phase where they lost least number of wickets. They've seen that phase through, but from over number 10 to 40, and actually from 20. Because the next wicket fell at in 21st overs. So you're looking at 5 wickets falling in that, and that's something which is never going to help your cause of getting to that 300 mark.
Yeah.
You need batsmen getting in and going big. So that's something which we've seen. We've seen the partnerships which is required in the middle overs, but you want one batsman to see the innings through, and whoever
the hard yards you're talking about, the first 10 overs, only 3.8 given. That's because you lose a wicket at 0. Yeah. You're slowly building pressure on with Shami and Bumrah both. They were really choking the Australian batsmen, and then you can see 11 to 40 is 4.5. The last 10 overs, that is essentially Coutinho and Alex Carey, right? It's the two of them. Coutinho got out with like 1 ball to spare, I think, in the innings.
But then you're behind the game.
Yeah,
you're behind the game in the last 10 overs. Your chances of taking risk has almost gone nil.
Yeah, they had to pretty much consolidate in the last 10
You're
overs.
just concerned about making sure that you bat those 50 overs, and that's why. And in spite of this, still scoring at 6.3. When you have wickets in hand, this bowlers are under pressure, and this 6.3 would have been probably 8 minimum. You would expect minimum 80 runs in those last 10 overs, but they were just not in that position to put pressure on Indian bowlers.
It's a rare day when Bumrah goes for runs, right? We're really used to Bumrah, especially in the end of the innings and the death. You're like, you're going to take his overs to the bank today. He has gone for runs. And then it's even stranger because he has been the most dangerous bowler for Australia. You're like, you managed to sort him out, but you pretty much couldn't sort anybody else out.
Yeah, because it was never a stage where it was a ball that, a certain ball was bowled that it was unplayable or there was turning or seaming, or there was no stage that they were really behind the run rate.
Yeah.
In fact, when Stoinis and Khwaja were going well, they were about 20 odd overs with 87, which is not a bad start after losing your captain. So every place that they could consolidate or get after the bowlers, they kept losing wickets. So they couldn't do that. Bumrah had on the scorecard it will look, because I think our dependence on Bumrah is becoming very heavy.
Yeah.
We're looking at him as a different kind of bowler. It's not just, so we saw that in the slog. We'll see that in the middle stages as well. When Bumrah is bowling and somebody else is bowling, the fields are totally different.
Yeah.
It's an attacking phase that the captain and the team is using him with. And he got unlucky as well. Today there were a couple of inside.
He was
edges.
very unlucky.
One edge past the third man, but nothing to worry. I think but it's a rare day. I think as we were told that it's 2018 was the last time.
First ODI of
January or something.
Yeah.
So in a year, if he's going to give 60 once a year, and at the start of the year, I'm glad that it's out of the way and it's not in one of the World Cup games. Because if this happens in a game where it's a crucial game, it can happen. I mean, he's a human being.
Correct.
So if there's going to be a day where he's going to not have a successful day, at least it's out of the way and it still hasn't dented the total score or there's no impact in this game.
Yeah, let's have a look at the bowling figures, because Mohammad Shami in the beginning, the first 10 overs was absolutely spectacular. He gave a few runs away when he came back, but he had a couple of slower balls. He did a few clever things towards the end. You got to say a word about Ravindra Jadeja and just this is typical miserly behavior, a conjuice.
Yeah, he does his job. He does his job every day. He comes and does his job, like I think you mentioned in the start, in our pre-match show, that he gets through those overs pretty quickly. When there is no wicket down, the batsmen are not trying to do anything, he'll get away like this. It's at a stage where the batsmen are set. Then does he have the skill to pick up wickets at that stage? And I think that's what's probably left him out of the side. And Kuldeep and Chahal have an edge there.
Yeah. He needs a situation to bowl around. That's
something.
Down, which you saw the moment Usman Khwaja was out. That situation was created for him.
Yeah.
And he's always someone who will capitalize on those kind of situations. He thrives on those kind of situations. But Shami was clearly the pick of the bowlers today. He has had the impact on the game through and through. There was a bit of reverse swing also, which he made good use of, especially to get rid of Maxwell. That's something which was very important at that stage, because he was set. He was batting at 40, and that's something which Australian batsmen have been consistent with in this particular innings, getting in and getting out.
Well, Mohammad Shami, it's so interesting, but 12-18 months ago, didn't look like he was going to play one-day cricket, that he'd be part of this setup. And now, since he's come back, how well has he done? Well, let's have a look at these numbers, right? And then you just see, wow. So in 2019, he's played 8 games, taken 16 wickets. The economy rate is far less than a run a ball. It's a good average. And you're going, okay, hang on. Suddenly, am I looking at Mohammad Shami today, given the situation? Are you looking at him as the second name you write down with your fast bowlers, with the first, of course, being Bumrah? So has he replaced Bhuvi as the second choice? Because it always was Bumrah and Bhuvi, right? Now suddenly you're going, Shami's come off 8 really good matches. So first, let's just talk about Shami. Let's just talk about the fact that 16 months ago, 12 months ago, there was no Shami in the Indian bowling limited over setup.
I think the fact that he's been playing test matches regularly has helped him a lot.
Okay.
You can just see that rhythm is there, that whole run up is flowing. He's looking in good touch because of that. And then as a bowler, if you are in that kind of a form, you are not thinking about anything else. You just have to just run in freely, get the ball in your hand and deliver. So that's something which has been very evident when you're watching Shami. He's got the basics. He has always had those basics. The seam is upright, the arm position is as high as possible. What is happening right now is he's pushing Bhuvneshwar, which is a great sign for Indian team. Especially going forward in the World Cup. You have this healthy competition going on, and when it's like that, that gives you one more option of being attacking and aggressive in terms of if you have to play 3 seamers. You have these 3 seamers which are going to be good. I see now going forward, possibly India will will think of just going in to the World Cup with these three seamers only and not looking at
and Hardik being the fourth.
And Hardik being the fourth, because they've been trying to find that fourth bowler, and that option has not been choosing itself. Wherein Shami has put his hand up and he said, "Look, I'm ready." And that's what these 2019 numbers are suggesting. The fact that he's in good form is great news. And the one thing which has been going against him is that economy column.
Yeah.
So he's actually covering both the bases at the moment.
Correct. I mean,
if you have three seamers and you have specialists who can do the job for the back end of the innings, I think these numbers can even look better, because you've seen his first spell, which he bowls in the first 10 overs, has always been good. The middle overs has always been good. The concern which has been is if the platform set for the opponents, then he has been going for runs in those last probably 5 overs. So but if you get someone else to do that job, then you can maximize the effect of Shami's line and length, which he has got better control over.
Brilliant. There's also I hear about Shami is that Shami, when he comes in the morning, you don't know where his head is going to be, right? Is he going to be supremely attacking? Is he going to be like a little negative? I mean, there's a thing. He's a moody. Has to be managed. Has to be made optimistic. Talent has to be backed.
But the match fitness has taken care of most of the things for him.
Okay.
You look at him. He was an important and integral part of ODI setup in 2015 World Cup.
Yeah.
After that, he unfortunately had some injury and he was out for about a year. And after that, it's taken its toll on his body as well. After that, probably this is last 1.5 years, the number of test matches he's played consistently. Otherwise, that was always a question mark, whether Shami is going to finish a tour or no, because he's been in and out. Now he's looking settled, and that's a great news for the team going forward.
Pretty much most of the matches that India played in 2018, most of the test matches. Ajay, just a quick word on that. Sometimes your physical health or the injury can obviously affect you mentally as well, especially with Shami. He was out of the game for almost a year. So even when you come back, mentally it still sort of plays on you, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, because it's a mix of physical and mental. You got to put both together. One of the success reasons, I mean, he said Test cricket and all that. If you see the 8 games that we put on that list, they've been in Australia, New Zealand, and this is the only game in India. So the averages would be low there. He's not had to bowl at the end, and that's been the only concern. There was a period where Indian cricket thought that he should not be playing one-day cricket, even when he was fit, because he was playing test matches but didn't play one-day cricket, because he was not in the scheme of things, because he didn't bowl the death. And you were bowling with Bumrah and Bhuvneshwar Kumar in the death. So when you have those two and then you start playing an all-rounder, then Shami gets left out. I personally believe that Shami must be a part of the team. And especially, and don't bowl him at the death. You have Bumrah, you have Bhuvneshwar Kumar, if you want, or whoever you want. But from over number 7, 8, 9, 10 till 30, there is a stage of the game where I think he's most effective. As very nicely explained by Zaheer, that his length and line is such that the batsman has to make, he has to take chances. At that stage, the only bad ball that he, sometimes bowl is down the leg side, you'll have a deep square leg. So that bad ball also doesn't go for 4. And every ball he's asking you questions. It's just there. Today he got Maxwell out with a delivery that is, it didn't do. It wasn't like it seamed in or slower one or anything. It just pitched at the right spot, hit the top of the off stump, and that's his natural length. So if you try and get him to do anything else, he can't. He doesn't swing the ball like Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He doesn't bowl the Yorkers like Bumrah. But those guys can't do what he does. So if you use him in that position and play 3 seamers, then he's a must in that side.
Great point. Well, we also have Ajay who has to tell us his World Cup squad. But before that, we have Michael Hussey. So we'll let you revise your थोड़ा final कुछ अगर काटा पीटी कुछ name change करना है कुछ तो आप कर लो जल्दी से.
मतलब मैं भी इंडियन सिलेक्टर्स की तरह करूं, रोज चेंज काटा पीटी. ओ अब ये अच्छा खेला, इसको काटो, इसको डालो. ओ ये अच्छा खेल गया, इसको काटो, इसको डालो.
बिल्कुल
सर अपनी सेट थ्योरी है, अपनी सेट टीम है, बनी हुई है, जब बोलोगे निकाल देंगे.
अरे वाह, तो चलो आप 2 मिनट में निकालना. वो अभी माइकल हसी ने अपनी टीम निकाली है, चलिए वो देखते हैं.
Well, my World Cup squad for India is pretty straightforward, I think. The team pretty much picks itself. It's been a very good team for a number of years now and a lot of quality players. But obviously Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan at the top of the order. Virat Kohli, captain, batting number 3, of course. Really like the work of Ambati Rayudu, so I've got him in at number 4. Number 5, MS Dhoni's got to be there. I think somewhere in the middle there, he can float around and do that job. Obviously, a lot of experience. Kedar Jadhav, fantastic young player as well. He can help out with the ball. I've got Hardik Pandya, the big hitting all-rounder in there. As we come to the bowlers, I like the 2 spinners in the Indian team. I've got Chahal and Kuldeep in there. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Bumrah, of course, with the ball. As in for the spare players on the side, so we're ready to come in at any stage. Mohammad Shami's been awesome with all forms of the game, really, but he's got to be in there. Jadeja, very handy all-rounder, of course. Dinesh Karthik, backup wicket-keeper, but also very good middle-order player as well. And then KL Rahul with the bat as a backup batsman as well. So I think it's a very, very strong squad, and India will be hard to beat at the World Cup.
Hashtag my WC squad. That's my World Cup squad. We have to shorten it. I know it sounds a little absurd, but the hashtag is my WC squad.
देसी है ना देसी बोलते तो फिर WC World Cup हो जाता है.
Available only on Sundays.
Does it have to be made on WC or no? Huh? Does it have to be made on WC?
Yeah, only for World Cup.
Few will.
Which tells you what this exercise is about. Right?
You got to really put your thought together.
Because none of us matter, really, right? It's the selectors who have to do it, but it's a fun game to play. So, my WC squad. Ajay Jadeja, we also lost him for about 15 minutes. I don't know where he was.
I was making the squad.
He was making the squad, and we know where it was being made.
Not with a pencil, with a pen.
ये नहीं change करते
हैं. नहीं, पेन तो मेरे पास था. बट पेपर नहीं था ना.
तो हाथ में तो नहीं लिख दी गई.
तो फिर इसीलिए तो जाके बनानी पड़ी. हाँ, पेपर कहाँ मिलता है?
नहीं मत बोलो.
ऑफिस में जाओ, डेस्क पे दराज खोलो, वहां से पेपर निकलता है.
सर एक मिनट, आजकल किसी की भी डेस्क पे कोई पेपर नहीं होता.
नहीं.
सब सारा माल ऐसे ही शुरू हो गया है.
डिजिटल.
We've gone paperless, man. We've gone absolutely paperless. उस दिन मैंने यहाँ पे क्रिकबज़ वालों से अपने चेक मांगा, उन्होंने कहा we've gone paperless. मैंने कहा पर कहाँ से आएगा? कहीं से तो आए, कहीं से नहीं आया ही नहीं. No, पर अब आएगा because Ajit, do you know last year I was saying Ajit गाड़ी निकालो, right? Now Ajit has got promoted and he's become the boss of all of us. So now Ajit says Gaurav गाड़ी निकालो. So अब कुछ बोल नहीं सकते, but he's sitting here. तो we'll go through the squad quickly. मैं जरा गाड़ी साफ करके आता हूँ. तब तक आप अपनी squad तो बताओ. My WC squad आपके कहाँ है 15?
मेरे squad, मैंने squad दिए हैं हमारे अभिजीत को. वो स्क्रीन पे डालें तो मैं एक्सप्लेन करूँ कि मेरी स्क्वाड में कैसे देखता हूं.
चलो उसका नाम तो गलत बोल दिया, ये नाम तो सही है ना. वो अभिजीत पर आपने बोला अभिजीत क्योंकि अभिजीत होगी इस टीम की.
हाँ, क्योंकि देखिए मैं बेसिक बता देता हूं. जो स्क्वाड बनाता हूं तो मैं सिर्फ 11 बनाता हूं. और जो रिप्लेसमेंट होती है वो तब होती है जब कोई अनोखा काम हो जाए, और ये सिर्फ वर्ल्ड कप के लिए है. तो अगर चोट लग जाएगी, आपको ये नहीं पता कि किसको चोट लगेगी, तो रिप्लेसमेंट में जो आप देख रहे हो लास्ट में, अच्छा ये लास्ट नहीं, वैसे नहीं डाला, तो टीम देख लेते हैं भाई. रोहित शर्मा, शिखर धवन या केएल राहुल, दोनों में से एक ही खेल सकता है क्योंकि ये दोनों खिलाड़ी खेलने वाले हैं. ये रिप्लेसमेंट में काम नहीं आते, इसलिए ये 2-3 पे विराट कोहली साहब है जो सब मानते हैं. मैं MS धोनी, अगर कोई ऐसा है इस दुनिया में जो मानता है कि MS धोनी की कप्तानी विराट कोहली से बेहतर है, तो जरूर मेरे को लड़ लीजिएगा. और
एक मिनट, जो कोहली कैप्टन, तो देखा ही नहीं, WK के आगे C भी लगाया. ओहो,
क्योंकि देखो ना, ये अब क्या है, सिर्फ WC के लिए टीम है, ये फ्यूचर के लिए नहीं है. अब हम उस दौर पे आ गए हैं, क्योंकि जब ये प्लानिंग हुई थी, फ्यूचर की हुई थी कि धोनी नहीं होगा. क्योंकि मुझे नहीं लगता यहाँ पे हो या कहीं पे भी कोई मुझे ये बोल सकता है कि कप्तानी की स्ट्रेटजी की जो कप्तानी है उसमें महेंद्र सिंह धोनी 2 नंबर पे हैं, तो मैंने इसलिए उनको वहां रखा है.
और we did not see the C in front of MS's name. We have now.
See, you were in WC.
That's right, WC.
And what else? Yeah, what else?
Can I have the rest?
The last bit. I've gone through half.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Rishabh for me is in that side, so I put him in. Dinesh is not in the 11. Raidu's in the 11. Hardik Pandya is in the 11. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Kuldeep, Chahal, and Jasprit Bumrah. And sorry, Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah.
Well, depends on 3 seamer, 2 spinners. But basically, that's
so
what you're saying.
I play 5 pure bowlers, then Hardik Pandya, and then these 5 batsmen. You're blessed to have Dhoni in that. And all the replacements, you'll be surprised. Ravichandran Ashwin है, रविंद्र है, वो इसलिए है क्योंकि आप अब स्पिन के बिना खेल नहीं पाएंगे।
Yeah.
अगर उनमें से किसी को हो गया, आइडियल रिप्लेसमेंट तो नहीं है, लेकिन वो है दिनेश कार्तिक। इसलिए है क्योंकि अगर आपका ओपनर इंजर्ड हो जाए तो वो ओपन कर सकते हैं, वो 3 पे भी खेल सकते हैं, 4 पे भी, 5 पे भी, 6 पे भी, 7 पे भी, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं पता कौन इंजर्ड होगा। बैकअप कैन नेवर बी मैन टू मैन, दैट इज हाउ आई सी इट। सो व्हेन यू पिक अ बैकअप इन अ साइड, यू मस्ट पिक अ बैकअप के स्टेपनी जो होती है वो हमेशा बेस्ट तैयार नहीं होता। अगर आप अच्छे खिलाड़ी को बैकअप रखते हैं, और ऐसे टूर्नामेंट में 19-20 जब होता है ना, एक मैच हारे जीते, इतना प्रेशर होता है कि आपको वो चेंजेस करने पड़ जाते हैं। तो मैं हमेशा मानता हूं इंडियन क्रिकेट में जो 12, 13, 14, 15 है, वो ज्यादा प्रेशर ना डाल रहे हो ना किसी टूर्नामेंट में, तो वो बेहतर रहता है। एंड वी हैव सीन दैट इन द पास्ट सक्सेस। 12th मैन जाडेजा है, क्योंकि फील्डिंग आपकी देखो, मैंने बड़ी कोशिश की कि इसको अच्छी फील्डिंग साइड बनाऊं, क्योंकि MS धोनी की सोच तो ये थी जब पिछले वर्ल्ड कप में उन्होंने जीता था, और उसके बाद के अगले वर्ल्ड कप में ना, माय टीम शुड बी द बेस्ट फील्डिंग साइड। Unfortunately, I've got to say, at this moment, this is our worst fielding unit that we've had for many years.
Yeah.
हमारी जवानी के टाइम तक ले गए, ऐसी फील्डिंग हो गई है।
Oh, but what you said right now, उसके ऊपर I have a point.
Yes.
Can I say it?
Please,
Yeah.
please.
It is a need to have a versatile backup, क्योंकि क्या पता कब हो जाए किसका backup.
Yes. मतलब मेरा होने वाला लगता है।
हाँ, नहीं आपका क्यों होगा सर? अरे आप तो लाल चेयर पे बैठे हो, you can say whatever you want, no problem. But it's a good point. If you have to argue with that point, then please argue.
No, I'm
But
sure
on the conversation on hashtag my WC squad.
There'll be Virat Kohli fans, and they'd be very upset with that. But
So, but even with Virat Kohli
I'm
fans.
even questioning the Virat Kohli fan, the biggest fan of Virat Kohli. Sheer captaincy for today. We're not looking at future, how long somebody will last, because World Cup आ गया है, धोनी जाने वाला है. Who would you pick to lead your side?
In terms of pure strategy and how a game is read and the experience you have on that, you would still have to say that not just the Indian captain, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is probably better than anyone in the world currently playing the game.
So why won't you pick him as captain? Just because?
No, there was obviously some transition that was done, but it's a great point. I mean, sometimes
that is why I
it's
say,
great.
brother, in Indian cricket, don't look too far.
That's true. No,
I love Shami. We have Ambati Raidu to show. In Indian cricket, all great things have happened by default, and the system is so good that it eventually comes out right.
But I love it because sometimes in mathematical equations, there are some givens that you have before you start. What I like about Ajay is he questions those givens. Why is it a given? Right? I like that. Very good.
Because it's my World Cup squad.
It's my World Cup squad. And what I like is
my World Cup.
It's too early.
Sir, इसको English में कहते हैं he's always shaking up the status quo. नहीं समझ आया? No problem. You can goggle it. Just goggle it, all right? Don't worry about it. All right. Let's talk about the Indian chase. India needs to get 237 runs in Hyderabad to get a 1-0 lead in this 5-game series. And Zach, I'm going to ask you, 237 on this pitch, but 237 on any other pitch, you would go, all right, easy pickings. On this one, perhaps not as easy as this number suggests.
Well, it should be easy.
Okay.
The only chance is that first 10 overs.
Yeah.
Because with first 10 overs, you've seen there was extra bounce. The ball was, the wicket looked little too paced. So that's something which batsmen have to be careful of. So after 10 overs, things have become easy. After 10 overs, you've seen the wickets which have fallen have been soft dismissals, as we are talking about from Australia's point of view also. So similarly, Indian batsmen will also have to be careful in the first 10 overs. I think if they see the first 10 overs off with minimum damage done, it doesn't matter what the scoreline says. This should be an easy game.
I mean, you've got Ravindra Jadeja coming in at 8. You've got a solid batting lineup here, right? But is this how you're going to see this batting lineup? You probably not going to see a change in this, right? This is how it's going to play.
Yeah.
In positions.
It looks like it because Shikhar and Rohit open, Virat bats at 3, Raidu's your 4, MS 5, Kedar or Vijay Shankar, you could always swap at that number, and Ravindra at 8. But if you get to Ravindra, then we are in trouble.
Yeah,
no, I'll tell you why. Because in a low-scoring game, if you ever get to that number, that means there has been, something's gone wrong. There has been mayhem.
That means that you've lost wicket at the top.
Yeah.
which means that first 10 overs have been tough, and that's something which they have to be careful of. If that doesn't happen, I think you've seen with Nathan Coulter-Nile also, at that last 10 overs, it's not a difficult wicket. There are not many demons in the track, so that's something which should be easy to deal with. The key is going to be building on partnerships. So this is definitely not the game where you look at having that explosive start or big partnerships. I think you have to have consistent partnerships, and the game should be home with ease.
As only thing we'll probably be disappointed. Kohli might not get 100. He might be not out 80. Because we got used to that as well. Because once he gets in, this total is
so as Zach just said, the batting approach should be like Mr. Bachchan said in Amar Akbar Anthony: steady, steady, steady. Keep it like that. Keep it steady. The Australian bowlers, let's have a look at their 11 as well, so that we can speak about their bowling lineup. We of course have Behrendorff, who's the left-hander. You have Nathan Coulter-Nile. You have Pat Cummins, and of course you have the spinners. But out of these, who troubles you the most?
I think Pat Cummins and Coulter-Nile, these are the two guys I feel that if there is something in the wicket, if they make those inroads, then everybody would look okay. But otherwise, for Zampa and Glenn Maxwell to run through your batting, once you've got through those first 10 overs, I don't see anybody else.
You're pure sort of
because Stoinis and bowlers like this go out of this game.
Yeah.
See, what happens is Stoinis bowls the slog at the end. That's when you need 8, 10, 12 and over. In these totals, then those kind of bowlers go out of the game. That's why pure bowlers, whether it's a 400-run game, whether it's 200-run game, pure bowlers will be able to bowl differently, have different fields. But these bits and pieces players can only do certain roles with certain kinds of fields,
and a certain situation that has to be at play. So, is it safe to say that Australia's only chance is if they pick up 2 or 3 wickets in the first 10 overs?
Yeah, I could say.
I think first 15 to 18 overs is going to be the key.
Yeah.
Because you look at Pat Cummins, you have Behrendorff, who has been bowling well with the new ball, and you have Coulter-Nile. So these 3 bowlers will be looking to create that impact in the first 15 to 18 overs. You would expect that each bowler bowling 5 to 6 overs and creating that, giving Australia the best chance of picking those 3 wickets.
Yeah.
If by 15-18 overs they have taken 3 wickets, I think this game will be even game if they're able to achieve that.
Yeah, so they're going to attack up front. It's going to be slightly different from how India bowled, where you had your the 2 bowlers bowling your 5th quota running through in the beginning.
Yeah.
Finch is going to keep his sort of part-time bowlers for later.
Yeah.
He's going to attack up front with his professionals.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how they play. The Australians played that way. We played differently.
Yeah.
Because we had 190 on board in that 2020 over game.
Yeah.
Vijay Shankar was the 5th bowler, and we had one more weakling that day. They had bowled in the first 9 overs. So our captain looks at the game differently, and I think Australians look at the game differently. Not saying which is right or wrong, because the results can go either way, but that's the pattern that we've seen these 2 teams play.
Yeah, India was chasing, if you remember, I think it was in Melbourne that the ODI that happened, and it was a low score like this, and it went right till the last over. Yeah. So you never know, drama can still happen. When India and Australia play, it is a recipe for drama. I'm going to take a quick guessing game is still on. In the first part of the guessing game, the 3 of us have got it completely wrong because we went into 300s, but it's just a guessing game, man. It's a guessing game. As India fans, we're happy that it finished at 236. Yeah. What is your guess for second innings? You both are saying India will win. Now you have to say in which over will they win.
Really?
Yes.
42nd to 45th?
42nd to... It's a big range, you. Chalo, koi baat nahi. 42nd to 45th.
Yeah, I think 40...
So then you have to pick one over. Come on, it's a guessing game. Pick one over.
44th.
44th. What do you say?
4 and 4, 8. I mean, 4 and
why are you getting excited?
43.
Suddenly I feel bidding is going on.
Yeah,
43, yes.
I feel like an auctioneer.
Iska kaam hi hai, ladwana.
The excitement, Jadeja. Excitement. I'm going to throw some more. I'm going to throw the
46.
cat among the pigeons. I'm going to say in
46.
the 39th.
Ooh, that's a good...
Aggressive.
No, good chance. If Rohit and Shikhar have a 120 run partnership.
120. I like how there's caveats in the guessing game.
No, because it all depends who's batting. You will win, But if Virat Kohli is batting, it will be at another pace. Rohit and Shikhar batting.
If MS Dhoni is batting, we'll win in the 50th over.
49.6.
Excellent. Well, okay, that's all we have time for right now. We, of course, will see you after the 15th over because we come back for the Sri Lankan Airlines and Visit Melbourne present Cricbuzz Combox to tell you the match ka haal at the 15th over. And, of course, Zaheer and Ajay will be very happy to see you then in the 15th over. So, I'd love to join you as well. We only have 2 chairs. So, we'll see you then.
Who's taken that call?
Huh?
Who's taken that call? Ajit or you?
Ajit.
Ajay and Zaheer in the Cricbuzz.
Love seeing the two of you together.
I'll tell you what.
On that.
I'll give you my seat. I'll stand behind you. Let's have all 3.
All 3?
Yeah, I'll stand.
Done. We'll do it. That's what we're going to do at the end of the 15th over. You don't want to miss that. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, of course, Ajay Jadeja and Zaheer Khan. We'll see you in a little while. Thank you so much for watching Cricbuzz Live.
Thank you.